Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dear Mr. President, distinguished speakers, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored to have been invited to address you at this forum, at this platform for dialogue, as Mr. President mentioned, on such an important issue, and I would like to praise initiative as such is one taken by the Committee of Regions. In these particular times, where the European Union, through all its member states, is attempting to grasp the essential implications of intercultural dialogue, I feel that there are still issues need to be dealt with and addressed in an open manner. In the European Union, we are currently faced with the underlying aspect of multiculturalism, and even more so as a member of the Parliament. We are all indeed part of the same one big culture, that is the European culture and heritage, but there are still variations going from one member state to another. And for example, I'm close to a region in Romania that has been influenced by the Black Sea cultural and cross-border potential. Over the age, shaped the cultural diversity of the population in this area. Nonetheless, all these have done nothing more than lead to a more diverse environment in terms of people interaction, in terms of tradition and cultures. The multiple aspects related to religion, related to languages, to customs, have been a catalyst in creating a multicultural identity of the region. And I must say that I myself, I've benefited a lot from this experience. But all this being said, one point that always comes across when looking at these regions and at multicultural places in general is the richness of cultural experience, of the environment and the settings. Such matters should be considered as an incentive for all the member states of the European Union to support and to encourage the multicultural features in our regions and cities. The dialogue, the interaction between cultures in the same member states, or the cross-border dialogue, are matters that constitute the particular nature of Europe and of its countries. However, in this increasingly interconnected world, where our cultural environment is ever-changing and becoming more diversified every day, the cultural diversity brings about a number of economical, social and political benefits, but also raise new social and political challenges for our regions and for our cities. Apart from the programs and the management that the local and regional administration have to carry out in support of this diversity, the dialogue between cultures still plays one of the most important roles. It enables us to lead a life as a community in peaceful and constructive manner in an ever more multicultural world. That is why I strongly believe that our objectives are to encourage this dialogue from a young age and to ensure that our youth understands the importance and the benefits of a multicultural society. To exercise as early as possible their critical and their analytical capacity and show us their vision of how things should be. By encouraging the intercultural and interfaith dialogue, we can provide for them a better perspective upon what the different images of the world can be and how all this can work together. The richness that I was mentioning earlier can be brought about through such a dialogue, which can often simply imply the learning of a new language. These are matters that we should continue to concentrate on, as well as in the European Union, and the results shows us that there is a lot to gain from such endeavors. If only we were to look at the success that the Erasmus program, for example, has had, and at the enthusiasm of the young people all across the European Union take up this challenge of experiencing a cultural different environment and expanding their horizons. This is a very good illustration of some of the points that the European Union set out as the goals of intercultural dialogue, such as sharing visions of the world, to understand and to learn from those that do not see the world as we do, and to identify the similarities and differences between different cultural traditions and perceptions. If we were to think at other ways of bridging the gap between cultures and fostering the European identity, we will not be able to deny the importance of regional development and cross-border programs for the achievement of such goals in Europe. To the means of helping their region become more competitive, citizens across the European Union can develop regional cooperation programs which serve a double goal: bringing about sustainable economic development and, in the same time, encouraging cultural exchanges and best practices. Such tools influences a perspective where we not only gain economical benefits, but at the same time share and experience the cultural diversity through all such programs. That is why I believe that the cross-border cooperation regional programs play a very important role in nurturing this intercultural dialogue in the European Union, which is becoming more culturally diverse every day. Still, I cannot stress enough the importance that the local and regional administration, as well as civil society organizations and institutions, play in supporting and developing the intercultural dialogue. Initiatives as the European Year of Intercultural Dialogue, the one taken during its course, and this one play an essential part in understanding the type of approach that we should have in terms of policy planning and which would lead to the support of this dialogue. Not only this, we need to question and analyze at all times which are the best tools that we can use in the achievement of our goals in this respect, and find new ways in which we can bridge existing gaps. Such endeavors do nothing more than to bring us closer to the development of a true European identity that embraces its cultural diversity and knows how to benefit from it to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for your attention, and I would like to congratulate again the Committee of the Regions for the initiatives in organizing such an important event. And it's important also for the future of our European identity. And as a very important speaker said last week in the European Parliament in Strasbourg, the God gives us many cultures, but also the God gives us just one world. So it's our responsibility now to make it possible to live in peace and understanding in this world. And this is also about the European identity.